What's up, y'all? Welcome back to 62beerreviews. Today, we're checking out another beer from Barrique Brewing and Blending out of Nashville, Tennessee. Local to me, this is one of their wild ales. This is the 2025 vintage wet hop Strata. Very, very excited to check this one out today. So essentially, this is a wild ale from 1, 2, and 3-year-old casks. And then they take fresh, wet hopped Strata hops and they throw them in there. I think they dry hop it with that. So I'm very excited to check this out. It's been a little while since we reviewed a wild ale. I think the last time was for 12 Beers of Christmas. We did one that was like aged on pine needles. That one was very, very good. So it's been a little while. I'm excited to check this one out today. So 2025 vintage, comes in at 6.4% ABV, bottled August 6th, 2025. So time recording, we are about, give or take, 8 or 9 months old. It says batch number 218. Nice pop. Get in the glass, see what it looks like. Ooh, yeah. All right, give that much, and then might add a little bit extra. You know what? Yeah, why not? Do a little bit more. All right, let's dive on in. Strata hops. Strata is fun. Tend to be like tropical, very tropical forward. I've never had a like wet hopped wild ale from them, so I thought I'd pick this up. Check it out. Beer looks absolutely gorgeous in the proper glassware. Half finger of bone white colored head. Got some nice carbonation. I don't know if you'd be able to hear it, but can certainly hear it from where I am. Just very, very bubbly, nice carbonation. Beer itself, very clear. I had maybe just a slight chill haze to it, but pretty clear for the most part. Slight unfiltered look to it. Pretty decent head retention. Kind of hanging around a little bit. Looks nice. Let's check out the aroma. Yeah, that smells fun. That smells really fun. Wild ales have really, really grown on me. I mean, just the aroma of this smells so good. You get that tartness, that just like classic funk, that like slight grassiness to it. Very slight, not even slight, like moderate, like sourdough aroma mixed with some like white wine. And I get a very subtle amount of like a tropical, just like generic tropical fruit, like a tropical fruit cup almost. Citrusy, lemon peel. If anything, I think like a mix of like papaya, maybe like passion fruit. Tons of grassy notes too. It smells really, really nice. So let's dive on in. Check it out. Cheers, y'all. Really, really good. Really nice body to it for 6.4%. Straight on, just like medium bodied, I'd say. Very prickly. Finish. There's a nice amount of like, it's got this like tartness to it, classic like wild ale flavor to it, but it has a little bitterness too, which I really like. If you guys know me at all, I love bitter forward beers. I like classic like West Coast IPAs. and I'm getting a little bit of that here. Maybe with the hops in here, a little Strata kind of giving me a little bit of that, those kind of vibes. I don't know. Yeah, as soon as it hits your tongue, it's just super bubbly, refreshing, super, super dry finish. I get, and this is the thing. Listen, I'm not a wild ale connoisseur, right? I honestly haven't had too many of them. Um, I do feel like, and basically, I'm saying I don't really know what I'm talking about when it comes to wild ales. I don't know what I'm talking about in general. Let's be honest. Um, the hops in anytime I have it in like a wild ale, it comes off just like a little bit different, as being like more of an IPA drinker, right? I expect it to be very at the forefront on the aroma, the palate, finish, everything, right? And it kind of is sitting in the background in these wild ales. I don't know if it's meant to be like that. I'm assuming so with fair, the fair amount of wild ales that I've had, just things that I've noticed. Um, just more in the background a little bit, which is okay. Do I wish I got a little bit more of that like Strata just hop in your face? Yes, but I also don't think that this is exactly like the style. This isn't an IPA. This isn't a pale ale or IPA. So that being said, I really enjoy the flavors that I'm getting out of this. Very lemony, tart. Um, I do get the tropical note a little bit more towards the finish on the back end. A little bit of like, yeah, like papaya, passion fruit, like pulpy passion fruit, and maybe a little pineapple. That grassiness comes through 100%. That like classic wild ale, just like vinegar note that I tend to get 100% there. But yeah, it is just like very subtle on the back end, on towards the finish. You get that tropical punch of from the Strata. And again, this is, what did we say, 8 9 months old. So maybe, yeah, super fresh. This maybe it comes out a little bit more, but this has held up really well. And this is a style that you can age quite a bit. Um, and so far, yeah, it's drinking really, really great. I only picked up one bottle. It'd be fun to check this out like a year or two down the road, see how it's changed. Um, but I'm not one of those guys to pick up multiple bottles of the same beer. Just not how I roll for some reason. But very good. Yeah, that white wine character that I mentioned on the aroma too comes through on the taste. Very good. Is it the best wild ale that I've had from Barrique? No. Um, Probably on the lower end, but that's also saying a lot because they make fantastic, fantastic wild ales. The Grisette that we reviewed last year, Keeping Beer, definitely at the top for me. That beer was delicious. The most recent one that I had at the brewery 2 weekends ago, Vitus Foncé, I think is what it's called, a dark wild ale. That beer was amazing. One of the best beers I've had in a while. Um, so yeah, this is on the lower end of that, but I think I'm still going to give this a pretty good rating. I'm going to go. I'll go 4.3. Very well made. Great example of the style, and just fun to check out a beer that um, has like singular hop added on in there. They do this one. They do a few different wet hops. I guess just depending on what's available, what had a good harvest, or whatever you want to call it. But I think they've made this one a few times. Very, very good. So 4.3. I did want to say real quick for anyone who's not aware, Barrique just shut down their Oldham Street tap room. I'm a little bummed. I'm a little bummed because probably one of my most visited breweries in Nashville, local to me. Um, did get a chance to talk to Joel, brewer, owner of Barrique. Awesome guy. He said he may or may not open up the tap room for a little bottle sale here soon. Hopefully, hope he does because I'll definitely be going back to pick up more. But I do think they're going to come back. Just don't know where or when yet. So we'll see. I don't know how many more how many. It pains me to say this, but how many more Barrique reviews we're going to be doing here in the future? Hopefully, hopefully he's still kicking stuff out, and I can make my way around different stores in Nashville, see if they got bottles, cans hanging around, try to review some more stuff. But I did pick this one up my last visit, and I picked up one other one. We're going to check out one other bottle that we're going to check out sometime this summer. So if you've had Wet Hop Strata, let me know. Let me know if you've been to the brewery, one of my favorite spots. So I'd love to hear anyone's thoughts for anyone who's been. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Cheers.